as you saw in the PowerPoint, we have one additional resource this year for you and your child. And this is an online ebook library, and it links directly to Renaissance Reading. And what I am going to do is I am going to show you how that works. And it's super simple. So again, you'll be given a username and password. I have made sure that the username and password for MyOn is exactly the same as it is in Renaissance Reading. It links. If they are reading an ebook, you literally type in Google myon.co.uk and you then start typing St. Nicholas School. Then, once you've done that, you enter the username and password, the same one that you use for Renaissance Reading. Obviously, I've got some examples here, and you sign in. Now, the first thing that will happen is when you sign in for the first time, you will be given this. Now, those children who do it in school, so the older children in year 3 and above, will most likely do this with their teacher. But if they don't, they can do it at home with you. And they will then think about the genres and books that they like to read. I'm going to keep them all fairly simple, but I'm going to say for my literacy skills, I'm going to give myself a massive smiley face because I really need to get better at that. I love anything about animals, so especially dogs, so as much as possible. Maybe I don't like as much about the weird and weirder, so I don't want to know too much about that. So I don't want that. Once your child has chosen those, you click save. Now, if your child is in year 2 and above, you can see this thing here. It says power up your reading. This is why we have it. Number 1, it connects direct to your Renaissance account. So we're going to click connect now. If you are in year 1, you can also connect now. It just won't bring up your ZPD. So I'm going to click connect now. And look what it does. It goes straight to this page. I use the same login. And it just asks for approval. You then click allow. And then straight away, it's all up and running. It has this wonderful, lovely little motorbike that tells me how many minutes I have read per day. You can see my goal here. You can see how much time I've spent reading in the week, finished this week, and pages read. We have access to this on Renaissance Reading, but this is a lot cooler for a child to see. So, how does it work? Well, you can see star score. So if you've done your ZPD, it will come up there, and here you can see I haven't done it yet, so I need to take a star reading test. This ZPD level that is currently on there is based upon your year group that you are currently in. So my example is based upon a child who is currently in year 2. If your child's currently in year 6, year 7, or even year 4, this ZPD will be different, but it will be based around where that child should be academically for that age. And then again, the Lexile measurement, and that comes from the star reading test that is taken in school. Then, you can see here, we have some recommended books that we can read. Now, I said I liked animals. I'm going to have a look at this book, A Jaguar Goes Up. I'm not too sure about it. I can read it. I can find out info. I could add it to my list. I can come back and read to when I fancy it. And when I'm finished, that's the important part. I take a quiz on it. So let me have a look at some information about it. I will click on it and I can see it says audio time. All the books on MyOn have audio, which is very, very good because it means, I know you may want them reading and that's absolutely fine, but it will mean that your child could technically listen to a book above their ZPD because then they can hear the vocabulary, hear the words, ask you questions about it, ask their teachers questions about it if they need help. You can also see here where it tells you the recommended year level. So this is the age in which this book is suitable for. It is suitable for children in year 1 to year 3. Okay, it's got 24 pages. Again, just like before, it tells me the points, 0.5 points. So I'm thinking, I'm going to read this book. Okay, I'm going to click read. Now, you may want the order, you may not, so I'm going to go through, and you can see if I click through it, quickly read it in my head. You can see all of the pictures. Now on an iPad you can have this discussion with them. What do they see? What do they read? What are these boxes for? Because it's a non-fiction book and it's really good to have that discussion. Older children can use the tools. So they may think, do you know what? I want to highlight this bit. This is really important. And they can highlight different words and phrases to remember. They can add notes to a journal. If there's a word they don't know, again, add it to the journal. Dictionary. Like I said, they may go, I don't know what blind means. Okay, so I'm going to find out what blind means. Oh, it means unable to see. So just like the Kindle that you have, it can help with that. So again, you read through the book, okay, discussing it with them, completing it. Now bear in mind, I have not read this book. I am showing you simply what it looks like. Then, when it finishes, you can see, before they even take the quiz, how well they did. Pages read. I read 10 out of the 11 pages because you could see I skipped them. Time reading. Well, the book shouldn't have taken me 1 minute to read, which means I haven't really read it. And you can see from that chart, it tells me that. Okay. Now, if I exit, it will save my progress. It says I've read the book. I've got 1 minute. And then I can click take AR quiz. So when I've read it, take AR quiz. And it will take me straight to that Renaissance reading place. I log in. And look what happens. Almost like magic. I am there. The book is on the screen. I would click read by myself. And I get to start the quiz. And again, I will then answer the questions, see what I got. I don't know these questions. It's so hard. I'm going to guess again. It's okay to get it wrong because we can see I didn't read it well. So, where did they grow? Let's go. So, I liked the book okay. It had some very difficult vocabulary for me because it was a non-fiction book. So I required adult help. That's why I might give it a 3 stars. Very good. And then we're going to see what I got. And then again, like before, amazingly, I got 3 out of 5. So I managed to pass the quiz without really reading the book. You can see I completely guessed, which is why when you do it at home with a child, you almost step back. You can see if they are guessing. And if you think, oh, they're completely guessing, before they finish and go on to the next question, just, go, okay, let's just stop. Mummy's not going to help you. Daddy's not going to help you. But have you looked in the book? That's a good question to ask. Have you looked in the book? Because they can use the book to help them. It's not a test like that. If they've got the book, they can use it to help. Okay, so that is how they use MyOn, which is again really, really cool. So when they finished, find my new book and you just log out and you are all done. So if you do have any more questions about MyOn, how to access it, the books that are on there, then again, please feel free to give me an email.